thought Pat really took some steps forward here this week. In his qualifying matches, he played exactly how he's been practicing. He set up the points really well. He used his serve. He played on his own terms, using his forehand, especially the off forehand, climbing the ladder, getting inside the baseline. I think he's been working a lot on his fitness, and he used his movement extremely well. And as matches went, sometimes it took him a little while to click into his zone, but when he clicked into it, he was moving great, moving the ball around the court and keeping his depth. Guys didn't really know what to do against him. He wasn't giving them any options. He was pretty much smothering them by his movement and his court placement. So I'm going to go through this match. I'm just going to start with the tiebreaker. The way the match unfolded, Pat lost his first service game of the match. A little bit unlucky to lose it. He had some game points and was sort of played a really good point, just didn't quite put a smash away, and Daniel hit a bit of a lucky lob, ended up breaking, and from there it went with serve until 3-5, and that's when Pat clicked into his mode of moving to every ball, just in a really nice rhythm of depth and taking the short balls when they were there to hit them away and not giving his opponent anything. So here's the tiebreaker, which he won 7-0. There's just some of the better points Pat played. In this match, he started to climb the ladder really well. He got to net. His feet were always moving. He was bouncing around. And he just had that look in his eye. It was Xander's birthday, and he dedicated the match to Xander. And he had that eye of the tiger. I want this, and he imposed his will. It was really good to see from Pat. This was a break point. It was a massive point in the second set. And Pat just really showed his wheels and his court presence to take this point. Just a couple of his returns. He has really stepped up on the returns. He makes the guy play, keeps it deep and keeps it back at him, and you could see he had a clear focus of what he wanted to do on his returns, and he executed that very, very well. Here we have a selection of Pat's winners for the match. This was a little disconcerting to me because Pat did such a great job in this match of constructing the points, moving his player out of his opponent out of position, and once he opened the court up, hitting the winners, he was moving forward and back. He was approaching when he needed to. There was some opportunities to come to net that he didn't take. And he came off the court and I said, Pat, you followed your plays perfectly. And he said to me, Jamie, what do you mean? I just hit the ball through the middle. And first I thought he was joking, but, you know, by the next day of main draw, he stuck by that and said, no, all I was trying to do was hit through the middle. And I said, look, I watched the video and that's not what you were doing. You have to play again today at 10, so keep thinking the same thing, which he did, and I tried a little bit to explain to him, no, it's just not true. But if that's what you believe, then I guess believe that again and let's see what happens. But as you can see, he's not trying to hit the ball in the middle of the court. Pat was taking what his opponent gave him. He defended really well, and when the opportunity came, he moved up, he took top of the bounce, he hit the winners, he came to the net. So here are his winners. A lot of these set up by the serve. Hitting his spots on his serve and then getting in quickly behind that and expecting a short ball when he hits a good serve, taking it at the top of the bounce and putting the thing away. Pat, in both qualifying matches, used his serve perfectly. He hit his spots and he knew what he was looking for. He was looking for a forehand first, then he was looking for the short ball and expecting a short ball. He was taking those short balls at the top of the bounce, and he was just getting control of the point straight after the serve. The serve +1 was just, it was pretty to watch, and that's why he was only broken once in this match and once in his first round quali match. And even those he was unlucky when he got broken. But it was a great effort with his first serve. There's quite a few here, but let's just go through his serve +1s. Just going through, you can see, I'm trying to show that when he hits his spot on his serve, I'm not as far, I mean, of course you want to win the point, but for his future, you've got to see how to use the serve to set up the point that you're in a controlling position. And then from there, you want to be able to win, a high number of those points. When he does it correctly, hits his spot and gets the ball he wants, he's in a commanding position. And from there, it doesn't really matter what you do, you're going to win a lot of points. And a high percentage of serve points. In this match, he made 61% of his first serves, and he won 71% of those. Ferretti made 73% of his first serves, but only won 56%. Pat had 3 double folds. He made 86% of his second serves in, and he won 79% of those, which is, that's a sort of statistic that you're never really going to lose. Ferretti, on the other hand, also had 3 double folds, making 82% of his second serves, but only won 43% of those. For the match, Pat had 23 winners, Ferretti had 20 winners, Pat had 22 unforced, and Ferretti had 42 unforced. Pat really forced him to go for shots that were not on. Pat and Thomas have been working really hard on a lot of footwork drills, the ladder, agility, reactions, and a lot of that came out in this match. Pat moved really, really well. Once he relaxed, and often it takes Pat a little while to relax, as soon as he relaxed, his movement just clicked in, the drills he's been doing, and you couldn't really get a ball by him. He chased everything, he knew he could get to everything, and here's just a couple of his movement points to show how he was moving. Also a lot of coordination drills which help here. When you start moving really, really well, it forces your opponent to take a low percentage shot, and that's what he did in this match. I talked to Ferretti after the match, and he was like, God, I started well, but mentally I just couldn't handle what Pat was doing to me. The balls he was getting to, and he made me try to play above the level that I'm capable. And just a few more serves which I didn't put into his serve +1 because they weren't returned, but I should throw them in there because it just shows him hitting his spots. As we get more comfortable with his wrist forearm injury, we'll be able to hit more and more serves. I think we're still underdone on the serves. We need to hit a lot more, and as we do, he'll get more confident in hitting his spots and believing in his serve. And there'll be more matches like these ones where he uses his serve to hit this spot and get a free point, or to set up the point in a commanding position. It was a really good match for Pat.